Hello and welcome back to my magical chamber. I am the Soul Enchantress, and today I thought we would discuss why your future is not set in stone. So since I don't use any tools of divination for my soul readings anymore and I channel all my messages, I decided to bring out some beautiful playing cards that I have in my collection, which has all been packed away now, to kind of tell a story about what it is that I want to get across about why your future is not set in stone. So this deck is actually called The Nudes, so please excuse the nudity in this video in terms of the most amazing artwork by some of the most legendary artists in the world. So anyway, let's get started. And what I wanted to speak to you about is why your future is not set in stone. And what I mean by that is with all of the intergalactic and soul work that I do, and once you realize that there are many millions and billions of timelines that you operate in simultaneously, you understand why your future also has several possibilities. So for example, whatever your situation is today, if you continue with the actions you are taking, with the belief systems that you have in place, and the thoughts and ideas that you cultivate, you will then manifest a particular future scenario, a future life path for yourself. But if you make any changes to the way you think, the ideas that you cultivate, if you change your belief systems, if you change the actions that you take, you actually create a different future path to the one that you were on. So in other words, you will be swapping timelines. And this goes back to parallel realities. So as here's something to amuse you a little bit. So we live in a world where we've had the First and the Second World Wars. But there is a parallel Earth reality where those wars have not occurred or had different outcomes to the one that we are aware of through history. So that is just a little curveball to get your mind working in a different tangent. So the most important message that I just want to get across to you is that your future is not set in stone. So please, you need to be aware of everything that you do, everything that you think, any idea that you cultivate, and your belief systems, because that is how you create your future. So in other words, here's a little picture for you to look at. In other words, you can change the outcome of various future scenarios. No matter how dire it may seem, no matter how wonderful it may seem, you can change it. So a lot of people will go to a fortune teller and have their fortune read, and the fortune teller will let you know that your future consists of XYZ. But you go home and you think about it and you don't like the sound of XYZ, so you start to create different belief systems, take different actions, and have different thoughts and ideas of how your life would be if that didn't occur. And what you would actually do is you would swap your timeline and you will actually create a different scenario. So time goes by and the time period the fortune teller said, say it's 6 to 12 months, has come and gone, and those dire predictions of XYZ never manifested. And you think, well, the fortune teller is wrong, but actually the fortune teller is not wrong. The fortune teller was just predicting one possible scenario, one possible future timeline. but you, through your actions, have actually changed it. So in other words, if the fortune teller predicted this, which looks pretty horrendous, and you changed that timeline and you ended up on that. And so in a nutshell, that is the message I wanted to get across to you, that you need to be aware of what you are doing, because you can change your timeline. And if you feel like you're on a course that you don't like, you can change it. And if you are on a course to what you think is going to be wonderful, but you start to self-sabotage, well, you will change your timeline and you will not meet with that wonderful future timeline that you've foreseen. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful, and as always, if I can help you with the awakening of your beautiful soul, I would love to hear from you. My details are in the description box below, and the easiest way to contact me is through my website, soulenchantress.com. I wish you a joyous day.